Chris Johnson, cornerback from San Diego State University. Went to the combine, 6 foot tall, 193 pounds. I ran a 4.4 flat in the 40, 38-inch vertical, 10 foot, 6-inch broad jump. Pretty solid measurables there, obviously. 4 years at San Diego State, 152 tackles, 6 interceptions, 14 passes defended, 2 pick sixes, 5 forced fumbles, and he also had a sack. In 2025, he was targeted 43 times. He only allowed 18 receptions. None of those were touchdowns. He was penalized twice in 2025. As far as alignment goes, he's an outside corner. Plays mostly on the left side, as we'll see here. Might even be exclusively on the left side in these clips. What I really like about Chris Johnson is he uses his feet over his hands, especially in press situations, to win at the release and mirror the routes. So big feet user, won't get penalized at the next level because he's not a grabber, which is great. He excels in both man and zone coverage. Overall, great movement and technique in coverage. He's certainly a good enough tackler. Some of his weaknesses, he can struggle to recover when he's beat. 4-4 is a good time for a corner, but we'll go over some clips here where sometimes he just doesn't have the speed to close the gap, and we'll see sometimes that maybe some bad throws help him out when he recovers a little bit, and it's not a perfect throw, so he's able to make a play on the ball. Kind of in that same breath. Sometimes he loses in contested situations, especially when he's beat and he's in the middle of recovering. Obviously, if you have a step on a guy and he is closing in on you, his head's turned, you have an easier easier path to winning the contested catch as opposed to if he's glued all over you. So let's go over some of these clips and details and talk about how they reflect his profile. Like, comment, subscribe. Got plenty more videos. Go check them out. Gonna have plenty more coming out as well. Top of the screen. This is an interception here against NIU. Shout out to the MAC. Don't really see him well off the screen here, but obviously we see the interception. Does a good job lurking and kind of cutting off that pass. Probably a bad throw by the quarterback overall, but we can see here he's in good position. Does a good job cutting that lane off and getting the interception. Bottom of the screen here, so he is lined up on the right side for one of these. Excuse me. Yes, that is him. Okay. He's dropping into zone, sees the quarterback look his way, start that throwing motion. He jumps the route and does a really good job picking it off and taking it all the way to the house for, it's like a 97-yard pick six. So not the best quality on the video there, but he does a good job. We'll watch the beginning of that one again. He's here. He sees the quarterback looking here. You can vaguely see the pixels of his face mask looking here. He's also reacting. Cuts it off. Lovely. So we'll skip ahead here just a little bit. And then we'll get to a clip from the Senior Bowl. Where are we? All right. Release here. He does a good job. Just kind of staying with it, continuing to work. Reacting to the break and getting a PBU there. Bottom of the screen. Like this rep a lot. It's not a PBU, but he's lined up press against this guy. This is one of the times he does use his hands, and he is physical at the line. But this is going to be the quarterback's first read. It looks like he's probably supposed to run like a spot over here, and he just does a good job completely taking him away. The pass rush is going to get home for a sack, so he pretty much had a one-man coverage sack here. Because if that's open, obviously he's going to it, and QB gets sacked because he does a really good job. So we'll see it again here. Not the best angle, but we're over here. Just nothing, right? So the quarterback's got to move into a collapsing pocket, step up, get sacked. Top of the screen. There's going to be a motion here that's going to run like a wheel / vert, depending on how you want to look at it. and he backs off, sees the motion, does a really good job taking it away while this guy's got a head of steam. Quarterback's got to roll out, nothing there. Plays dead. Bottom of the screen here, this whip ran on the goal line by 21 is going to be the quarterback's first read. And he, again, just does a really good job taking it away. Quarterback's got to go elsewhere with the football, and it's an incomplete pass. So, again, really good job. See how he steps up and cuts off the lane there. So if that is thrown to him, he's in the passing lane. He's going to pick it off. See, quarterback's looking there, nothing. And he goes elsewhere where it's broken up as well. All right, so these next few clips are going to get progressively worse. This one is like a win, but it's going to be kind of in the same bucket, these clips here. And, as we go through them, I'll explain why this leads to a negative. So, one-on-one at the Senior Bowl, inside release. A little bit of separation there, but he does a good job closing out and disrupting the passing lane late there and getting the PBU. So bottom of the screen here, gonna motion in. This guy's gonna run a post, and I mean this is he's winning. Not an awful throw, but it's certainly like we'll see it better from here. I mean we throw that with some more juice. We throw it a little bit inside. We're open. And you'll see that this receiver is going to gear down just a tad, especially late in the route, and it's going to allow Johnson to recover. I mean, he's open, and the receiver's got to slow down because it's not a good throw, and he gets the PBU. So you can see where these cracks are kind of starting to show through here. I apologize for this clip. Kind of put it in the wrong order, so bear with me here. I'm trying to build up to something, but this is not exactly in that conversation. But it is in a way because we're going to cover this out and up really well. Really good technique. We're all over it. And it's just a good thrown ball and a good play by the wide receiver to make the contested grab. We're almost covering a little too well with how over top we are of the receiver. Almost like a back shoulder high point throw that he comes down with. So, like I mentioned earlier in the video, kind of in the intro and the general profile, he occasionally loses in contested situations, and it's amplified when he loses early in the route and he has to recover, which we're going to see here. Not getting killed, but he certainly wins. He separates late, and we're just in a tough position. It's a good throw. We're in a tough position to make a play on that. We almost have to do like a fadeaway play on the ball. So you see that a little bit, and then here, just again, kind of beat, man. It's just a goal line fade. Nothing crazy on the release either. It's not an overly quick route. He just wins. 1 second. We're going to go through some tackling. Overall, I mean, like I mentioned, he only allowed 18 receptions in 2025. So most of the tape you watch of this guy is just him completely shutting people down or not even getting looked at. He's a really, really good cover player, especially for college standards. He's going to come in day one, probably start, depending on where he's picked. I'd guess he would start, and he's going to impact the team. So don't let those clips kind of sway in the wrong direction. This guy is certainly a good player. Even like later round one, I think is not bad value for him. So we'll go over some tackling to finish it off here. Bottom of the screen. It's going to be basically like you call it almost a screen, like a flat to the tight end. He does a really good job coming up, diagnosing what's going on, getting outside those blocks, and putting a good hit on the tight end to pop that thing out. For a forced fumble, it goes out of bounds, but good hit nonetheless. Top of the screen, he's working into his zone here, sees the quarterback scrambling, does a good job making sure he's neutered. He's not going to scramble for a first down or even a touchdown, and kills the play there. Bottom of the screen here, he's going to just fill this lane here and come up and bring the running back down. And similar play here after this one. There he is. Good job. Same thing, coming off the edge, bringing our guy down. So yeah, that's Chris Johnson, day one guy that can cover for you. Like, comment, subscribe yet again. Leave 2 comments if you made it this far in the video. Appreciate you. See ya.